All right, turning now to some new scrutiny on sports gambling after an explosive investigation rocked the NBA this week. Miami Heat guard Terry Rozier and Portland Trail Blazers head coach Chauncey Billups were among nearly 36 arrested for their alleged roles in two separate gambling operations. Prosecutors say the illegal schemes included X-ray poker tables, rigged card shufflers, and insider information to steal tens of millions of dollars from victims. One of the alleged operations even involved the mafia. Rozier has been placed on leave by the NBA, and here's what the Miami Heat coach had to say last night.
Yeah, I mean, obviously we can't comment on the situation, but Terry is somebody who's very dear to all of us. He's had a real positive impact on our locker room and staff and players alike. And that includes last year when I wasn't in the rotation oftentimes. So we send our thoughts and our care for him as he goes through this.
All right, joining me right now for more insight is ESPN's sports betting reporter David Purdum. Great to see you, David. So what does this investigation reveal to you about how widespread this is alleged to be? You know, is this kind of the tip of the iceberg, so to speak? Sorry for the pun.
Yeah, evidently we got over 30 people arrested. It ranges from alleged mafia members to a current NBA head coach and to a veteran NBA player who's made over $100 million in his career. And for them to face these type of allegations and get indicted on illegal gambling charges, it's very shocking.
So Terry Rozier, sorry for the mispronunciation earlier, you know, his attorney is accusing the FBI as seeking misplaced glory and that his client is not a gambler. I mean, obviously trial is upcoming if it comes to that. But in the meantime, can either Rozier or Billups even salvage their careers before then? Because this is a big fall, even with these accusations.
Yeah, the NBA has put them on leave for right now, and they'll let the legal system play out. It's going to be a lengthy process. But when you get under a federal indictment, the feds come with a lot of evidence. And they had a very lengthy indictment, over 30, 40 pages, I believe. In both cases, there are two indictments. One is about an illegal poker game that was backed by the mafia and used high-tech technology, including X-ray poker tables, as you mentioned, that allowed to see the other players' cards. And then there were signs of insider trading type information in betting service. So there's a lot to play out here, and the allegations are serious, and the charges do come with lots of penalties.
I mean, serious and really mind-blowing because, you know, we're talking about dual operations, right? You know, one centered on, as you mentioned, the underground poker ring, the other on fixed sports betting on NBA games, and, you know, with family crime names like Bonanno, Gambino, Genovese. I mean, these are alleged to be involved in you know, these poker game schemes. I mean, this is like a script from a movie.
It really is. It's really amazing. I mean, they had contact lenses that would allow them to spot marked cards in these poker games. And they use these NBA celebrities to kind of draw the people in to play them. They've got these games. They've got the technology to rig them. Now they had to figure out, okay, well, how are we going to get people to come play in these games? And so they invited an NBA head coach, a former player, to bring these people in there saying, hey, come play with these guys. Come play with these celebrities. And then little did they know they were getting taken.
So in the sports betting investigation, kind of help break down how players' information about injury or performance was at the center.
Yeah, there's two elements of the sports betting. One involving Terry Rozier, and it was a game back in March of 2023. Before this game, all these bets started coming in unexpectedly on the under on Rozier's statistics. So people were betting him to score less points than they thought, get less rebounds, fewer assists. And the books took so much action on that, and it was so surprising, they actually stopped the wagering on Terry Rozier at that time. Rozier played just about 9 minutes in that game before taking himself out, citing a foot injury. All his statistics were under the betting line. So all those bets that came in eventually won. So that's one side of it when you have a player allegedly removing himself and manipulating a performance. The other aspect of the sports betting one was insider information. And you had a unofficial assistant coach for the Los Angeles Lakers allegedly sending out information about LeBron James and other star athletes to bettors, saying these guys going to be out of the game. And that wasn't public knowledge when he was telling these people this, allegedly. And that's what the people turned around and betted. Now, the assistant coach was actually charging them money for this. Hey, I will tell you something not on the record, and you guys pay me some money for it, and you place your bets.
Wow. I mean, overall, I wonder if you could, help people understand. I mean, because there was the MLB's Shohei Ohtani, betting investigation. Mm-hmm. Ultimately, his translator kind of took the fall on that one. But now you've got the NBA on this kind of scale. I mean, what does this mean for the fan trust of the NBA or any other, professional team sport these days?
It's being tested for sure. You mentioned some of the scandals we've had. It's reached into almost all levels of sports. Mm-hmm. There's an ongoing federal investigation right now on alleged point shaving in college basketball. That should be coming out pretty soon. That's going to make some waves as well. Over the summer, we had 2 Cleveland Guardians pitchers be suspended because unusual betting activity came in on them. So there has been scandals over and over. Now, for terms of fans' trust, you got to think back to 2007. NBA referee Tim Donaghy was convicted and admitted to betting on games he officiated. Okay, so that doesn't get much worse than that when you talk about a gambling scandal, when you have a referee betting on the games that he was actually officiating. Yet, here we are 2 decades later, NBA is still very, very popular. Franchise values are at all-time highs. So, yes, there will be some shaken trust here, but fans will move on. Basketball will remain popular in the U.S.
Okay. David Purdum, what a pleasure. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
All right, this betting scandal is rocking the league. NBA Commissioner Adam Silver calling the scandal deeply disturbing.
My initial reaction was I was deeply disturbed. There's nothing more important to the league and its fans than the integrity of the competition.
And the connection to organized crime is one of the many jaw-dropping allegations in this illicit betting scandal. Here now is CNN's Bryn Gingras.
It's a cheating scandal that's rocked the NBA, and at the core, members of New York City's most notorious crime families.
Bonanno, Gambino, Lucchese, and Genevieve's crime families.
Spook, Flappy, Juice, The Wrestler, some of the nicknames of men allegedly tied to the scheme, all reminiscent of a scene straight out of Hollywood.
Better check. Don't rush me, sunshine. You've been rushing me all night.
Yeah, he didn't study this hard in school.
Cry me a river. 3 beautiful kings.
La Cosa Nostra is the nickname given to the Italian-American mob. Their lore dates back decades to when the families ran criminal enterprises in New York City, often in competition with each other. This court paperwork alleges, though, the mob families are not a thing of the past, and for one gambling scheme, they teamed up, adopting new technology to rig poker games, allegedly taking nearly $2 million from a single victim.
And when people refused to pay, these defendants did what organized crime has always done. They used threats, they used intimidation, and they used violence.
As part of the investigation, authorities scanned thousands of hours of surveillance video, at one point spotting these men, including one dubbed Big Bruce. Court documents show this group already ran illegal gambling operations backed by the Bonanno crime family when they got involved in the poker scheme. Same goes for a defendant who went by the name Flappy, who in text messages confirmed his illegal ring was backed by the Gambino crime family.
This alleged illegal gambling operation hustled unwitting victims out of tens of millions of dollars and created a financial pipeline for La Cosa Nostra to help fund and facilitate their organized criminal activity.
Defendant Robert Stroud, referred to as Black Rob, allegedly supplied, along with other defendants, rigged shuffling machines to the operations.
That shuffle machine is altered to transmit to an earpiece to tell the people who were going to win.
And in one case, allegedly helped carry out a robbery to steal one. S getting real in NYC, a text read after the alleged heist. Federal prosecutors have asked that some of the dozens of defendants be detained on the new charges, citing their mob ties, like Angelo Rozier Jr., a member of the Gambino family who allegedly once boasted in prison about being tight with former boss John Gotti Sr. and that he had shot a man in the chest. Some defendants have entered not guilty pleas and in some cases have even posted bail. Bryn Gingras, CNN, New York.
All right, thanks so much, Bryn.